Zupełnie nowa gierka na live'ie. I ja o tej grze dosyć dobrze słyszałem, że to jest podobno... Kurde, mucha jeszcze mi wlazła, no. Zabiłem. Że to podobno jest dosyć mocna gierka. To słyszałem o tej grze. Słyszałem, że ta gierka jest dosyć mocna i to fajne klikalka. Więc co, klikam nową grę i zobaczę. Cześć Wiki. O cholera. Witam Ropka, Czopka i czat. Dzień dobry.
Do you think he'll recover?
I don't know. It's too soon to say. We should let him rest.
Ło, jak się zaczyna ta gra. Bez obwijania bawełny, wojna i już.
He's been very feeble for weeks. He can't get up. He doesn't speak. Do you think we should call a doctor?
Call a doctor?
Hejo!
You're right. Let's just hope he wakes up one of these days.
Jezus Maria, ta gra nie jest bawełny.
Come on, my friend. Hang on. Don't give up.
Wow, ej, ale wstęp jest mocarny. Wojna i w ogóle. I choroba jakaś, czy tam postrzelenie, nie wiem.
Wake up, Michael. Come on, you have to wake up.
What's happening? What is this place? Please, tell me.
Please, Michael, wake up. Wake up.
This silence. And this darkness. Where am I? Damn it. I can't remember. Where are you? Where are you hiding?
Michael, please wake up. You have to wake up.
Michael? Is that my name? Please tell me where I am. I can't remember anything. Who are you? Who's there?
Wake up, Michael. Please wake up. Wake up now.
Don't go! Please! Come back! Come back! This silence. This darkness. This emptiness.
O, widzę lampkę naftową. Akt pierwszy. Obóz pełen szczurów. O nie, już trafiliśmy do obozu.
Good morning. I hope you're feeling better.
But...
Now don't be alarmed. I'm glad you feel strong enough to get out of bed. That's wonderful news.
Co się
I
stało?
must say you're looking much better, considering what you've been through, of course.
Who are you?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive my manners. You've been with us for so long that I forgot that you don't know who we are. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rod Atkinson. I was the director of the Municipal Property Registry before, well, you know, before the world collapsed on us.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Atkinson. But... where am I? What is this place?
You are in what I venture to call our home. Our humble, hopefully temporary home. This is one of the many trailers that make up the refugee camp. And believe me, we can consider ourselves lucky to live between these four walls.
No, jesteśmy w
Most of
obozie
the inhabitants of this
koncentracyjnym.
hellhole, excuse my crude language, have nothing more than plastic tarps and cardboard for shelter.
Jesteśmy w obozie.
Wait a second. Did you say refugee camp?
Yes, of course. The Facility for Temporary Accommodation of Disaster Victims is what they call
Tak
it.
naprawdę
You
mordownia.
know, after the army declared martial law following the catastrophe. You look a little confused, if you don't mind my saying so. Do you really not know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I'm afraid not. Let me ask,
Aktualnie mamy nową grę na streamie.
can you tell me what I'm doing here?
Yes, of course. I think we owe you an explanation.
Gadaj, co się
A few
stało.
days after the Great Wave, we found you lying in a ditch near the airport. You were badly injured and unconscious. We couldn't just leave you there. Someone had already stolen your luggage and identification. It was awful. So we decided to take care of you ourselves and brought you here. You've been with us ever since. By the way, I should tell you that when we found you, your clothes were ripped to shreds. So we threw them away. The clothes you're wearing now are mine. You'll find more things in that wardrobe. If you need anything, just help yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Atkinson. But... from what you've told me, I see that you've saved my life. I'm very grateful, Mr. Atkinson.
Ciekawe jak się zakończy ta gra.
please. You don't have to thank us. We just did what we had to. It's our moral obligation to uphold the ethical principles of civilization in this new world. But call me Rod, please.
Rod.
And, well, we also did it for Colin, you see. What kind of future does he face if we accept that it's every man for himself, that no one cares about anyone else? It's a terrifying prospect, don't you think? We're just doing whatever we can to avoid that future, that's all.
Colin?
Yes, Colin is our only child. Our one ray of hope since
Ciekawa
the
dosyć
catastrophe.
gra.
I'm going to confess something to you. Colin is the only reason my wife and I still struggle to keep going in this new world. We would have given up a long time ago.
Jak chcecie, to mogę wam to czytać, ale
Of
mamy
course.
dubbing
I
jakikolwiek
understand. So
angielski.
that was your wife's voice that woke me up a few minutes ago, right?
My
Ha, co
wife?
pan Mendo?
No, that's impossible. My wife has been with me in the other room the whole time. We haven't come out of there for hours. But I'm glad you're feeling better and are fully conscious now. I guess we could say you've been reborn. And although the circumstances aren't the best, simply being alive nowadays is practically a luxury. So, welcome to our home.
Aktualnie można na CD Action sobie załatwić tą grę.
The Great Wave?
To jest taki click point, czyli
what
słuchajcie,
would I be talking
mamy grę, w której klikamy i
That
co klikniemy, to
damned-
dostajemy.
excuse my language.
To dosyć zapomniany gatunek gier, ale dalej jest dosyć popularny i fajny.
The origin of this filthy new
Według
world
mnie.
that now seems to be our permanent reality. But do you really not remember? Do you really not remember
Zostałem
anything
pobity
about
na
all
śmierć,
this?
stary.
I feel a little weak and dizzy, Mr. Atkinson. Excuse me. I'm afraid I can't. I can't remember a thing.
I see. There have been many cases like yours in the camp. Try to rest and not to get too agitated. Well, there's one thing I can tell you. You can consider yourself fortunate. There's nothing nice to remember about recent times, believe me.
You said with us.
No jego żona, nie
Who else
słuchałeś?
lives here?
Ah, yes, of course. I still haven't properly introduced my family to you. Now is a bad time, but I promise to make proper introductions later. My wife and I sleep in the other room, and, well, little Colin sleeps with us.
Rod! Rod!
To brzmi
Please
jak bardziej
excuse me,
gwałt.
but I have to leave you now.
No, wait, please. What's happening? Don't go yet.
I'm sorry, I understand that you have a lot of questions to ask me.
brzmi bardziej
But
jak
now
gwałt
isn't the
niż
time.
jęki.
Believe me, I promise to answer each and every one of your questions in peace and quiet later. Sorry, but I have to go.
Rod, please, quickly!
Okay, all right.
Co tam się odpierdala?
Now that you're feeling better, you can go out and take a walk around the camp. But please, be very careful out there. The world you knew before is gone. Heed my warning, don't touch anything. Don't talk to anyone. And don't get mixed up in anything. At least until someone explains to you how things work in this new world the Great Wave left us. Everything has changed so much out there.
All right. Thanks for the advice.
Stary, lepiej tam
One
biegnij.
more thing before I go. You've been with us for quite a while now, and we don't even know what to call you.
Mów mi Lee.
What is your name?
My name?
Michael.
Michael. My name is Michael.
Very pleased to meet you, Michael. We'll talk again later. I
Dobra, idź się
promise.
zajmij swoją żoną, bo tam ewidentnie coś jęczy tam.
Michael. That's the disembodied voice called me. That must be my name.
Ło, zobaczcie
Wake
jaka
up, Michael.
twarz.
That's all she said. Leaving me in this immense void.
To pewnie jego żona,
Evening.
Gertruda.
Great wave? New world? I think it might be a good idea to go out there and take a look.
Szafka.
Impossible. It's locked. I'm
Ah.
afraid my host forgot to unlock it before he left. I'm not gonna snuff out this oil lamp.
A co jest w piekarniku? Pewnie płody jakieś. Pewnie... A, nic nie ma.
Well, look at that. When I pulled back the sheet, part of it got torn on the spring sticking out of the bed frame. I hope Rod doesn't notice. The bed frame under the mattress is so battered that one of the springs is turned into a very sharp protruding object.
O nie, najgorszy pręt.
It's no use. It won't open. I heard Rod bolt it from inside.
Zamknął się skubaniec. Rodzinne zdjęcia.
It's an unframed snapshot. Two adults and a child smiling at the camera in what looks like an enormous yard. One of them is Rod, my host.
Spoko.
This oil like in a dream. With the glass in the door broken and that thick coating of grease, I doubt anything's been baked in.
Okej, czyli nic tu nie mamy.
The old closet, Rod, it's funny, with the glass in the door shattered, like a photo ripped into little...
To idziemy idziemy z bezpiecznego domu. O Jezu.
Good God, what the hell happened here? Rod was right. I don't know what hit this
O
place.
cholera, obóz dla
But
uchodźców.
whoever it
Najgorzej.
was, it struck into its very foundations, without any mercy whatsoever.
Najgorzej, obóz dla
What's happening
uchodźców.
now?
Karetka.
You better hide, dude. Don't you know that it's dangerous to show your face when the cleanup brigades come into the camp?
Brygady
You're new here,
sprzątające?
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Well, welcome to your new home. I'm Hank, but everyone calls me the Hunter.
I'm... Michael. But what's going on up there?
Nothing, Mike, just routine. The cleanup brigades are taking away a sick person, a dissolved. You know how it is, just doing their job. Ironically, that house belongs to one of the camp moles. Those traitorous scumbags.
oni tam
Brigades,
robią?
dissolved, moles... I don't know what you're talking about. I can't remember anything.
Oh, I see, you're a blankhead. Well, you better get up to speed real quick if you want to survive here, Mike. Find me if you need help,
czemu
dude.
karetka
I can get
zabiera
you
jakąś
whatever you
kobietę?
need. Doesn't matter where it is, how fast it runs, or where it tries to hide. That's why they call me the Hunter.
All right, I'll remember that.
Come back here! Don't take her away! Don't you know who I am? Come back here!
They shot that poor man in cold blood. But why did they do that? Hey, Hank?
Ja pierdzielę.
I'm afraid he's gone.
Zimną krwią zastrzelili.
The half-scrap remains of a sports car that looks like a collector's item. From the style. But now, I'm afraid it's just...
Spoko. Pogadajmy z bezdomnym.
Ouch! Damn it! This vacant lot is full of trash and broken glass. I managed to rip open the sole of my foot on a rusty nail.
Hey, it's not a good idea to walk around barefoot in this enormous trash heap. You won't get very far without shoes.
Yeah, thanks for the tip.
The tip is yours to keep. But if you come near my things, you're a dead man. Understood? Wait, I recognize you. Aren't you the guy Rod's been taking care of in his trailer all this time?
Yes, I am. Do you know Rod?
Of course I do. Everyone in the camp knows Rod. You owe him your life. Don't doubt that for a second. Nowadays, no one in his right mind would do what he did for you, for a total stranger.
Yes, I'm very grateful to him. But tell me, can I ask you a few questions? I've been hearing about an
Czuję
enormous
dużo
explosion.
gadania.
The Great Wave. What on earth are they talking about?
But what kind of question is that? Where have you been all this time? Sleeping in a cave?
Well, you could say that.
The Great Wave is the reason we're confined here like animals. The
Skrócie
entire
wojny.
world went to hell in a handcart that day, and we went with it.
I've been able to see that with my own eyes. Can you tell me anything else?
Okay, I'll tell you what I know. The Great Wave hit us one Friday afternoon right out of the blue. I remember it perfectly because I'd just come out of an important meeting at that precise moment. I'd made a lot of money from a very fat contract. Yes, sirree, Bob. Very, very fat. First, we felt the ground quaking, as if a volcano was about to erupt right under our feet. I had to get out of my car and run. Then came the explosions. Glass broke. Buildings toppled. And then for weeks, the stench of corpses rotting in the street.
Cholera,
In
co to
just a
jest?
few hours,
Co tam się...
that damn Great Wave set us all, with our businesses, our money,
Ale
and
gra
our
jest dobra.
convertibles, straight back to the Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages.
Of course! Are you surprised? In a matter of minutes, we were left with no electricity, no water, no communications. And after the initial chaos, the dissolved started to show up. And that horrible gash opened up in the sky. That stupid breach up there that no one in this hellhole has bothered to explain to us. The fact is that the remains of the old system only held up for a few weeks. And through the cracks, what you see around you started seeping in.
The New World, right?
Yes, indeed. You catch on fast. The new world was here to stay. Welcome to the future, son. Not exactly the way you pictured it, huh?
No, spodziewałem się tańczy.
Confined? Do you mean we can't leave the refugee camp?
Refugee camp. I've always found that term amusing. It seems like things on the other side of the fence work a little better. But here, look around you. Does this look like a
Bardziej
refugee
więzienie
camp?
albo
It's
Auschwitz.
an army detention camp, and you're a prisoner. Once you come in here, you lose everything, even your name. To them, you're nothing more than a rat, just another camp rat. You'd never be able to get through the gate, especially if you don't know anyone or don't have any contacts on the outside. Doesn't matter who you might have been before the old world collapsed. Believe me, I speak from experience. If you're just a camp rat, I'm afraid the only way out of here is feet first. I don't know if you get my meaning.
Of course I do. Thanks for your encouraging words.
You can keep the words, but come near my things and you're a dead man.
This shooting. Could you explain to me what just happened here?
Explain what exactly? That show the cleanup brigades put on? Someone got too chatty and ratted out a sick person, that's all. There's usually a pact of silence in the camp. No one likes to see one of their own in those ambulances. But in this case, the dissolved was a relative of one of the camp moles. Ironic, isn't it?
But they shot a man.
Yes, so they did. So what? The price of human life has gotten a lot cheaper lately. That needn't surprise anyone these days.
Nie wiem, jak oni widzą.
Did you say dissolved?
Of course, dissolved. But what the hell's wrong with you? Those people are a real plague. They're sick, and, so they say, highly contagious. Let me give you a piece of advice about them. If you see one, run the other way like he was the devil himself. Even if they don't give you that deadly disease or drive you crazy with their trances, the cleanup brigades will kill you for hiding one. You saw it with your own eyes. They don't even respect their own camp moles.
A camp mole? What is that exactly?
A spy. A stool pigeon. It's in the Army's interest to control the camp from inside, and so they pay some of the inhabitants to feed them information about what happens on this side of the fence. Who comes in, who goes out, who causes trouble, and, of course, who gets sick. They're scumbags, but very well-paid scumbags, and they have certain privileges that no one else in here has. Never trust a mole. They'll do anything to hang on to the favors the Army gives them in this hellhole.
Okay. I'll take your advice.
You're welcome. But stay away from the shopping cart or I'll rip your guts out. Got it?
Spoko.
Tell me about Rod Atkinson.
Well, I don't know him very well, but they say he's decent enough. Too decent for the times we're living in. Did you know that before coming here he was someone important? I think he worked for the government, and he still has some good contacts on the outside. But they're not good enough to get
Zaraz
that
przyjdę.
stupid
Posłuchaj sobie
do-gooder
tego
and his
kolesia, jak
family
gada.
out of here.
Stupid do-gooder?
Well, you know how it is. Rod is one of those good Samaritans who think they can save the world. He has helped a lot of people in the camp, but I think he's going to run into problems. I reckon that he's too weak for these times. I don't know how long he'll be able to survive.
You said he had a son. A pretty good reason to hang on, don't you think?
Yes, Colin. I haven't seen that kid running around here for some time. You know if he's all right?
I don't know. I still haven't seen him. His father told me about him.
Well, I'm glad he's not anywhere near me. That brat doesn't have anything better to do than to try to snoop in my shopping cart.
Well, I'll be going on my way. Good luck to you,
Gadam coś
pal.
ciekawego?
Just be sure to stay away from my
Bo na
things.
razie zauważyłem, że on gada tylko o swoim wózku. A pewnie w wózku posiada przypadkowo wóz. Wow, 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 wow. Co to za Auschwitz?
But what's happening?
Ej, co się dzieje? Co się
What the hell's
dzieje?
going on here?
Ej, ja na chwilę poszedłem się na napój sobie wziąć.
Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind.
Hey, you! Don't even think of putting
to był
your
za
paws on
Auschwitz?
that shopping cart. Stay away from my stuff, or I swear I'll rip your guts out with my bare hands.
Okay, calm down. I won't touch anything.
Co to było? Wow, ta gra jest dobra. Ej, ta gra naprawdę jest
A
dobra.
bunch of shacks, trying valiantly to stay standing in a sea of mud and trash. I can't imagine how it must be to live in one of them.
That's
Okay. The ground, and if you want.
Coś mam znaleźć konkretnego?
Someone improvised. Although the smoke starts to irritate the lungs it seems like the only heating system the camp inhabitants.
Okej, na razie nic nie mamy. Nigdzie nie możemy pójść. A nie, możemy.
No. With my foot in this condition, I think it would be better to go back inside the...
Dobra, to pójdźmy, opatrzymy sobie stopę.
This brings... a depressing sight. A damp mattress. This is the bed where I've been Impossible. I'm afraid my host forgot to...
Musimy znaleźć cokolwiek, co pozwoli nam... O, pokrywa.
There's a very worn old notebook hidden. It looks like someone stashed it here some time ago. It's an old accounting ledger that still has a few blank pages left in it. From what's written in here, it looks like someone was using it as a diary, before ripping out almost all its pages and leaving it inside the oven in the trailer.
Spoko. Chyba mam pewien pomysł, jak to mniej więcej... Spróbujmy zrobić coś takiego, pokrywka z tym.
Let's see. I could swear that the lid is just the right size for the... Perfect.
Damn it! What's going on? This damn shithole is going to be the end of us.
I'll have to do this quickly, before this man stops coughing. Well, let's see what we have here.
A person can't even breathe in this hellhole
I
anymore.
don't see anything but rotten food, tattered clothes, and trash. Wait a minute. It seems like there's also a small billfold with a bunch of credit cards.
This filthy
What the hell is this guy
shithole
doing
is
with so
going
much
to be
plastic
the
money?
death of us.
This guy's in no condition to hold a
Can't
conversation.
even breathe in this hellhole anymore.
Someone improvised now that I've covered the top.
Zrobiliśmy mu komin. A nie możemy sobie z pościeli zrobić opatrunku?
Let's see if I can do this.
O! Albo kartu kredytowca.
Good. The mechanism gave way in the first try, but the car is trashed. For my sake, I hope that guy outside never finds out about this. Not just yet. I'm grateful to Rod for his hospitality, but these old shoes don't look very clean. It won't take more than a few hours for the wound on my foot to turn really ugly. And the last thing I need now is a...
Poszewka na poduszkę. Butelka whisky. Ty tego zrzuć. Lepsze do...
What for? I'd only end up with an enormous pillowcase soaked in... I'm not gonna waste... That would only make a puddle in the cloth. And those shoes wouldn't be much...
Bardziej miałem na myśli, żeby wykorzystał ten alkohol.
The pillowcase is quite large. It's... I took it out of here.
Myślałem, że on, wiecie, poleje sobie buty albo nogę.
This oven is empty. There's nothing left in it.
Ja myślałem, że on sobie, wiecie, poleje tam...
For now, it's just a pillowcase. It won't take...
Chwila.
The pillowcase...
Okej, tak mogę zamknąć to.
Putting this fabric near the oil lamp... No question. So no.
Możemy zrobić katastrofę. Halo?
It's no use. It won't open.
Tego nie otworzę. No to musimy znaleźć jeszcze coś, co pozwoli nam... Tutaj gazujemy bezdomnego. Sorry stary, przepraszam, że cię gazuję. Nie powinienem tak robić.
No. I think it would be...
They mean to kill us all. That's what they want.
A high-proof whiskey. The bottle was hidden in Rod's closet. I suppose that despite his apparent strength, that man needs to escape it.
This filthy shithole is going to be the death of us.
I'm not gonna do it. Too many things around the entire world have been... I'm not the entire... I don't think it's a good idea to offer him a swig.
A person
The
can't
guy's
even
already pretty
breathe in this
unhinged.
hellhole anymore.
No doubt the whiskey... No doubt the whiskey... To be frank, it doesn't seem like a very good...
No to może polej sobie na nogę?
Damn it! What's going on?
Tak, nazwa tej gry jest nazwa w live. Może na łóżko? Co napisał? Wylej na niego alkohol i podpal. Zwrolej, nie chcę go zabić.
Why change the sheets? I've been lying there for months. So
To co ja mam zrobić? To jest jedna z tych gier.
use this here? How?
Nie wiem. Klikam byle co.
To be frank, it doesn't seem like a very good idea to be spilling liquor around here.
Shit, nie wiem co robić. O, a może...
Okay, let's see how well this protruding bed spring can cut. I'll use a little of what's in the bottle to... This...
Na serio dopiero teraz?
Here goes. I'll use the bandages on my foot. I hope the alcohol is enough to keep it from getting infected.
Nie, mam ciekawe, że fajną fabułę ma.
Let's pray this improvised remedy doesn't lead to a delightful case of gangrene.
You're trying to suffocate me, you bunch of assholes!
I think that guy out there just discovered the reason for a sudden coughing fit.
Some coward in this shithole wanted to suffocate me! Me! Who was it? Who was it? Come back here so I can give you back your lid, you son of a bitch!
Did you hear that noise, Rod? What's going on out there?
Nie wiem.
I don't know. I'll go have a look. I think it's that poor drunk who's always hanging around the trailer. He's kicking up a fuss again. It's a good thing poor Colin can't hear his insults.
Don't ever say anything like that again, Rod.
I'm sorry, honey. I wasn't thinking.
No. Mogę w końcu tam wejść.
What are you doing here? Get out of here! You've no business being in this room!
Rod, I'm sorry. But what's going on?
Get out of here, Michael! You didn't see anything, understood? Out!
Jest chory.
Excuse my outburst, Michael.
On jest chory.
I shouldn't have behaved that way. It's not like me. But this new world brings out the worst in all of us. It's just that I can't stand to see Colin suffer this way. So for your own good, please stay away from this room.
Away? Why?
It's no use trying to hide it. You're bound to find out sooner or later. Colin is very sick.
Cholera
And the
jasna.
authorities claim his illness is highly contagious.
Highly contagious? Is he one of the dissolved?
Michael! I won't let anyone use that word in my
No to
house!
wyjdźmy z domu.
Yes. Colin caught that.
Czekaj, to i też są zarażeni.
But how did Colin get infected?
We don't know. No one knows how the disease is spread. The only thing we know is that the disease appeared after the catastrophe, and that it's spreading like
Katastrofy
wildfire.
nuklearne.
So the Great Wave brought the dissolved with it?
Yes, but don't use that word again. Not in this house.
To wejdźmy na
anyway.
dwór i
It's
pogadajmy
so
o tym.
cruel and disrespectful. In effect, that's the only thing we know for sure about all this insanity. The Great Wave took everything from us and left us with this
Może
epidemic.
cholera, albo czat.
And what exactly does the disease consist of?
I don't know, Michael. No one really does. The only news is what the army brings us. They say the disease is highly contagious, and it's our duty to turn over all victims to the cleanup brigades. But no one has ever come back after being carried off in one of those ambulances. No one. So we can't let
Tylko
them take
zabijcie.
Colin, do you understand?
Yes, of course I understand.
They say that all the victims are condemned, that there's no salvation for anyone, that at the end of their suffering and their trances lies certain death. I think that even the army is afraid of the victims. Really strange things happen around them, Michael. Things you wouldn't believe.
What things happen around people infected with the disease?
Strange things with no possible explanation. In their trances, they go places, Michael. They bring back information. They know things. They talk to people who are no longer with us. And we've been living like this for weeks. The things that are happening around Colin are getting more and more confusing and hard to bear.
Talking to the dead? Jesus. This man's nerves are shot from the exhaustion and stress. What's happening to Colin is terrible. If only there was something I could do.
Well, Michael, you can help us. I'm convinced that our finding you was no coincidence.
Aha,
You've got to help us.
spoko.
Getting involved looks dangerous. I saw that shooting out there. There's also the possibility of infection.
Infection? Are you afraid for your life, Michael?
No.
Without our help, you'd be dead right now. Dead. Don't forget that.
Stary, nie robi się tak.
What's more, I could help you in return. I could help you get back what you lost. Don't you see?
Give me back what I lost? But you hardly know me, Rod.
I know the essential part, Michael. I know that you're a blankhead.
Blankhead? What the devil does that mean?
A blankhead is a person with no memories, who can't remember anything.
A,
It
skasowali nam
seems that
pamięć.
the Great Wave had an enormous neurological impact on certain people, Michael. You're not the only one.
Nie jesteśmy
Or even the
wyjątkiem.
worst case. There are people who even forgot how to talk and how to walk after the explosion. Some ended up dying of starvation. They forgot what food looked like, how to chew it, even
Ale
that
tylko
eating
pamięć
was a
straciliśmy.
necessity. You
To w
can
sumie nawet
consider
może i
yourself
lepiej.
lucky. You still remember how to keep yourself alive. And that's the important thing. The natural recovery process is slow. It can take months, if at all. Listen to me, Michael. A man without
To nie
memories
człowiek.
is just a shadow. Or even worse, he's nobody.
No
I still
właśnie.
have some contacts out there. I was an important man in the
Ty, ta gra jest
municipal
strasznie
government.
dobra, fajną ma fabułę.
I could trace your name, your data in public records, your fingerprints. I could restore your whole life in the blink of an eye. But please, help us.
Okej, spoko.
But you said yourself that all the victims are condemned. What can I do?
No, all is not lost. In the camp, there are rumors of a cure. It seems that in the city, on the other side of the fence, the victims have access to a drug. But we can't get it here. And my contacts out there, well, let's just say they can't do anything to help.
So there's a drug that can cure them.
No.
Yes, but they say that producing it takes a long time and is very expensive. And so it's reserved for city dwellers who can afford to pay for it. Get us that drug, Michael. I beg of you,
To brzmi jak
please.
stary taki wstęp do jakiegoś gry, w
Colin's
której
time is running
musimy
out.
zacząć zarabiać pieniądze.
I'm grateful for your help, Rod, and for everything you people have done for me. But
Listen to me, Michael. We know that it's possible that our son is condemned to die. In fact, my wife and I have everything prepared for when he leaves us. Our child is the only thing that keeps us holding on in the new world. Nothing would have any meaning for us without him.
Normalnie to jest
So if
Ken.
there is even the slightest chance of saving him, we are prepared to do whatever it takes. Please, Michael, help us.
Zamknijcie oczy i posłuchajcie
For
tych
God's
dźwięków.
sake, listen to him. He's just a child.
A brzmi jak ktoś by go gwałcił.
Rod, come in here, quickly!
Bring us that cure, and we'll help you get your life back. Colin is our only hope in this new world. Help us save our future, and I'll give you back your past. I promise you. Goodbye, Michael.
no, Rod, wait. Bring a drug? Is he out of his mind? That man wants me to put his son's life in my hands? I can barely remember who I am.
Dźwięk z porno.
When I probably wouldn't last more than a few hours out there. But Rod was right. A man without a past is nothing more than a shadow. He offered to help me get my life back, my memories. So if I want answers, I have only one possible course of
Nie no,
action,
pewnie go
to
uratujemy.
get that drug.
Jedziemy z koksem, idziemy znaleźć lek.
Wait a minute. Before leaving, I should write down everything important that might come in handy, if, as Rod says, I'm one of the blankheads.
Dobra, idziemy. Co tam bezdomny?
Can I ask you a few questions?
I'll answer anything you want.
Well,
Wszystko już wiemy.
Just be...
Na szczęście bezdomny ma się dobrze. Znaczy bezdomny. Koleś, który mieszka koło beczki z ogniem. O, tam jest brama. To jest dobry pomysł, by tam pójść. O kurwa.
damn it.
Flashback z Auschwitz. Nie!
It's
Flashback.
amazing. Everything's changing again. Everything is mutating, and I haven't even moved. I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
To był flashback to był flashback z tego, co wcześniej było w tym Auschwitz. Stary, lepiej nie zagłębiajmy się w ten temat.
Hello, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Witaj, pani śpiochu.
Excuse me? What did you call me?
You're Mr. Sleepyhead. I saw you sleeping in Colin's trailer. I'm so glad you're awake now.
Tak, mniej więcej chyba. Lepiej tego nie mówić.
Mr. Sleepyhead? No, that's not my name. I'm Michael.
No, you're just trying to fool me. You're Mr. Sleepyhead. My name is Rose.
There's something odd about this girl's behavior. It's true that she's very young, but she talks like a little girl. Nice to meet you, Rose.
O nie.
I wasn't asleep. I was sick for a long time in that trailer.
No, you weren't sick. You were sleeping. Like a big brown bear, Sir Sleepyhead. Sometimes I used to watch you sleeping in Rod's house, and you would grunt in your sleep like a
Co jej się stało?
A great big lazy bear,
Co
Mr.
się jej stało?
Sleepyhead. But I'm glad you're awake now. I like your voice. You sound like a knight in a fairy tale.
I should be going now.
Do you want me to tell you a secret, Mr. Sleepyhead?
No.
Of course.
I have your old clothes. The ones you were wearing when Rod and his wife found you. I have them in the van. They were going to throw them away, but they gave them to me to wrap my baby in. They'll be cold now that winter's coming.
Your baby? You have a baby, Rose?
Yes, I have a baby, but he's not with me right now. He got lost. Have you seen him? Do you know where he is? I have another secret to tell you, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Mam nadzieję, że to
Back in
jest...
the van, Rose. Now. Move your ass. Get in there.
Another secret? Just a minute. Wait!
Get in that van, Rose.
A może to nie
It's a
jest
very
właśnie
important
kobieta?
secret, Mr.
Nie!
Sleepyhead. Something about you. Something about before the Great Wave. But first I have to find my baby. Have you seen him?
Come on, Rose, you heard me. You don't want to get us mad now, do you?
I have to go. Goodbye, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Co tu się odpierdala?
Poor girl. She's obviously mentally ill. She's just a little girl in a grown-up's body.
And you,
Cholera.
if you want to go in there with her, you got to pay like everybody else.
Co? Nie. O nie! O nie, 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 ja wiem co to może być.
Hey, you guys. You
Zbiry,
talking to
no
us?
tak.
That poor girl's not right in the head. She acts like a little girl. How can you people be so unscrupulous?
Rose is an adult. She's earning a living. Like we're all trying
Nie,
to
co za
in
złe
this
role.
camp.
Mind your own business, pal.
You're abusing a poor, disturbed girl.
Us? Taking advantage of Rose? Us? You want to insult us?
We're giving her room and board. She's got nothing to complain about. But she's got to work. That's the only thing we ask of her in return. That's the way things work now.
Bring us the money, then you can get in the van with her. Hey, do us a favor and spare us all that sanctimonious crap from the old world, pal. Don't waste our time.
I don't have anything more to discuss with
Co za
you.
złe role. Oby tak, żeby ktoś was zastrzelił.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
Hey, pal. touch that generator and you're a dead... My partner and I don't kid around when it comes to defending what...
Extremely. I was just curious, and you don't have to get...
Jasna cholera. Ja pierdzielę. To jest jeszcze gorzej niż myślałem. No tam na pewno nie pójdę, bo będzie od razu hedzik. Niepełnosprawną dziewczynę. Ja pierdzielę.
Okay, here goes. It's impossible to budge these drums at all. I don't know what they contain, but whatever it is, it weighs a ton.
Czemu chciałeś beczkę zabrać?
Hello.
Hello, son. Would you like to get a little closer to the fire?
Thanks, mister. This is a rather isolated part of the camp. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm waiting. That's all. Just wait.
Na śmierć.
You're waiting. And what is it you're waiting for exactly?
Nothing in particular. The usual. For the fire to go out. For sunrise. For it to get cold again. I'm waiting for something to change. Or for everything to stay as it is. I'm just waiting. You're too young to understand.
So tell me, is there any way to get out of the camp?
I'm sorry, son. The only way to get out of this camp is to know someone important who can pull
Wejdź po
strings
beczkę,
for
przeskocz
you.
przez płot i
Or to
uciekaj.
become a camp mole.
Nawet dobry
Those
pomysł.
traitorous scumbags have gate passes.
I see.
I'm not surprised you want to get out of this shithole. You've no doubt got something to do or someone to find out there. Well, they say things are better in the city, that there's order and that things are starting to function again. But who knows? Well, at least they have Reverend Blake and the consolation of Suicide Park.
Dobra, już pogadajmy jak gadamy.
Suicide Park? What's that?
Just a song that drifts into the refugee camp. We could sit and count them when the sun depart. I'm sure
Znaczy będę
you
trochę
still have
przyspieszał
some
tekst.
hopes, some dreams.
Who's Reverend
Kim
Blake?
jest wielny Blake?
He's a preacher.
To kaznodzieja z miasta,
Sometimes
który
comes
czasem
from the
przynosi
city.
nam odrobinę
Now, some
pocieszenia.
people
Niektórzy
make
zaśmiewają
jokes
się z
about
niego, ale wielu
But many
kieruszy
of us
proroki
believe
powinien
that
słuchać
his
jego kazań.
words
Jego
etch
słowa dotykają
themselves.
duszy.
And
Dobra,
what was the
trochę
extent of the
przyspieszę
Great
to.
Wave's impact? How are things beyond?
Truth is, I couldn't tell you. In the first days, the chaos was so over, we victims were disoriented, cut off from the world. Then I came into the... I'm afraid you'd have to leave here to get the answer to that question.
It's starting to get cold. Where's your tent? Or your trailer?
Yes, I had a tent once. They issued me one when I decided to enter the refugee camp. The trailer was out of the question. They went to the families with the best contact. You know how it is.
You say that you decided to enter the camp. Does that mean that people weren't forced to come?
Oh, no. Of course not. Why would they have to The catastrophe hit the city hard. Those of us who had lost our homes were invited to come. In principle, it was temporary. Just
wygrana
until
wojna.
the authorities got the situation under control. We used to have food, water...
But now it's more like a prison camp than a refugee center.
I don't really know. I guess the new housing they promised us never got built. And in the end, the food ran out, and then nobody bothered to replace them. Seems like our life.
I see.
In time, things in here started to get very ugly, without any notice. One day they decided that well, actually people still could. Enter, that is. Now, this is where anyone who gets in the way and the...
So, this has turned into a concentration camp.
No,
That's
dokładnie.
right, son. That's exactly
Obóz
what it
koncentracyjny.
is. You know, it's funny. I remember about all
O
the
nie,
first-
Europa
about all-
pomijamy.
And look at us now. I guess some things for us to forget.
And where's your tent now?
It was stolen from me a while back. They fetch a good price on the black market.
Znaczy ja szybko czytam to ogólnie.
Stolen?
Ogólnie Staruch opowiada o tym, co aktualnie się dzieje w obozie naszym, który tak naprawdę jest obozem koncentracyjnym. Znaczy ja czytam to bardzo szybko, bo to jest taka jakby trochę poboczna postać i nie musimy chyba z nim mocno gadać. Możemy jedynie tu się dowiedzieć, co tu się właśnie odpierdala.
The hunter. I've exchanged a few words with him, but I hardly... Yes. The man who protected me during all the shooting. He seems like someone with good connections and some answers. Could he know anything about the drug for treating the dissolved? Do you know
A, to już nie będę pomijał.
You can find him in those barracks at the back. That's his... well, let's say it's his logistics office. Now, the hunter is very dangerous. Watch your step around him and his men. I happened to meet his father when he was young. He was a violent, degenerate son of a bitch. A real asshole. And I'm afraid his son has followed in his footsteps.
Let's talk about something else. I should be going on my...
Dobra, to idziemy tam. Może dostajemy trochę pieniędzy i pójdziemy, pogadamy z nią. O, łowca, siema.
Mike, my friend, it's nice to see you again.
Michael.
Hi.
Guys, this is my friend Mike. He's new around here. We met at one of the cleanup brigade's latest parties. Isn't that right, dude? Pull up a seat and have a drink. We like to be hospitable to newcomers.
Something tells me I shouldn't accept that drink. That it's not a good idea. Not anymore. No thanks. I don't drink.
Okay, Mike. Whatever you say. But I'm not accustomed to people turning down drink.
Nie, podziękuję.
At least, not in my own establishment, in front of my men. So tell me. It's more like a pharmaceutical warehouse, but it's heavily guarded. I'd bet my bottom dollar that's where they keep anything that valuable. Maybe you should take a look at that building. If you can find a way out of this hellhole, that is. And I can't help you with that. You know I like you, dude. Let me give you a piece of advice. Stay away from those untouchables. And they say you can catch it just by breathing next to one of those untouchables. That's why they have to get rid of them as soon as possible. Have you ever seen one of those poor suckers die, dude?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're lucky, Mike. I don't recommend it. It's a horrible spectacle.
Oni są zarażeni,
It goes
chyba też
something
my
like
jesteśmy
this.
zarażeni.
After weeks of drifting in and out of their trances, something happens inside their bodies. Something fails all of a sudden. The pain makes them kick and scream like pigs in a slaughter. Mike, that's why they gave it that name. They literally dissolve.
Ropek, chyba w końcu znalazłeś grę, której jeszcze nie widziałem i która mnie zainteresowała. Co nie? Ej, ta gra jest świetna.
It's them or us. Understand? Anyway, you know how it works. The cleanup brigades tend to be more than generous with responsible citizens who help them
Mnie też
with their mission
zainteresowała
of tracking
strasznie.
down the dissolved.
What are you talking about? Those pigs.
That's camp slang. The soldiers, the cleanup brigades. The inhabitants of this shithole call anyone with a rifle and a uniform a pig. They can blow your head off right on the spot with impunity.
I should be going now.
Fine, Mike. You're welcome anytime. Remember, dude, here we can get you whatever you need. No questions asked.
I saw a bunch of barrels stacked up at the entrance to the building. Just out of curiosity, what's in them?
Nothing. Just some things that need to be stored. Take my advice, pal. Keep your nose out of the hunter's business if you want to keep it on your face.
Okay, it was just curiosity. Interesting place. Are you the owner?
No, pal, don't get the wrong idea. I only work here. This belongs to the hunter, like every other business enterprise here inside the camp. He's the head honcho.
Szef wszystkich szefów. Wiadomo.
What do you sell here?
Anything you can eat or drink. Anything that fits into a box or a bottle. For other types of goods, talk to the hunter directly. What do you need? Liquor, tobacco, food?
At the moment, I don't need anything like that, but I'll keep it in mind.
Nie pogadam. Czy cokolwiek tutaj mogę wziąć? Chyba nie za bardzo. Zostaw na razie. Czyli potrzebujemy trochę pieniędzy zarobić.
It's a thick cable that runs along that building's roof, but I can't see it very well from here. It's too high. A clandestine dive, which at the same time is the headquarters. A nice place to hang out.
W sumie miły. Tutaj beczki, beczki, beczkami. No ale zostało nam tylko tam pójść.
Hey, Red, I don't think that motorcycle belongs to you. Or at least I don't remember seeing your...
Are you one of those people who have no respect for private property, bastard? Do you know what we do in this camp with people like you?
I'm beginning to get an idea. I was just curious about this thing. I'm stepping away.
Sorry, zacząłem o 22. A mogę motocykl ukraść.
A pool of blood mixed with mud marks this. Gives me the chills. They may be able to kill with impunity, but it's still the scene of a crime. Dozens of bullet marks and some trails of fresh blood dripping down the
To pewnie rozstrzelali
Oh
ludzi.
my god. This corner of the camp stinks of gunpowder.
Gunpowder, no tak. Chyba nie chcę z nimi gadać. Nie, 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 nie.
Hey, Red.
I'm
Spróbuj uciec. Ale czym? Pogadajmy ze strażnikami.
Where do you think you're going, Rat? No one leaves here without a pass, unless it's with a bullet between the eyes.
Yes, and we can take care of that for you if you don't get away from that gate. Come on, stick your neck out. We could use a little entertainment tonight.
What's the matter, Rat? Cat got your tongue?
I think it's best if I get away from the gate. I'm afraid their threats are deadly serious.
Sorry, guys. I'm not looking for trouble.
You say that I can only get out of the camp with a pass. Where can I get one?
Only soldiers and moles have passes for entering and leaving the camp. And you don't look like either one of those things. So get lost.
Well, sometimes we can make an exception, but only if the person who wants to leave is generous enough. And why exactly do you want to leave the refugee camp? What did you lose on the other side of the fence, rat?
So, I've heard things are better in the city. Is that true?
Yeah, it could be. But that's none of your business. What do you care? If you're gonna die in this dump anyway.
Get the idea of leaving right out of your head. There's no place for rats like you on the other side.
Jo, jeszcze będziecie mnie wpuszczać
Unless you
honorowo.
want to take a walk in Suicide Park. Do you want to become a dark star, rat?
Now quit bothering us and get lost.
Ja lepiej tego nie będę mówił.
Let's talk about something else. I won't bother you.
Get the fuck out now. Cholera, nie da się z nimi normalnie pogadać. Może spróbujmy wejść tam na parę minut.
Better not. If these guys are unpleasant sober, I had to imagine them drunk.
Ja myślałem, że możemy tak zapłacić. Dobra, to może teraz wróćmy sobie do tych ludzi tam. Nic. Zostało nam tylko spróbować wejść tam na parę minut.
Hey, you... Hello again, pal. Have you come back to spend some time with Rose, or do you just enjoy wasting our time?
Let me into the van. I just want to talk to Rose for a few minutes.
Of course, it's none of our business what you want to do with her. But if you go into the van, you gotta pay the price.
Got any money on you?
No, I don't have any on me.
Then come back when you do and quit bothering us. We have a very busy schedule, you know?
The girl said something about a secret involving me. Something from before the Great Wave. It seemed important. But what is it? Maybe it was a product of her madness. But I need to talk to her inside that van to get some answers. I'll come back with the money.
Now that sounds much better. I see that we're starting to speak the same language.
I don't have anything more to discuss with you.
Jak zdobyć pieniądze? Nie wiem, może pójdziemy do tego barmana i damy mu flaszkę, on da nam dolara. Domny ma $1 pożyczyć. Ej, sprawdźmy to. Spytajmy się tego kolesia, może ma dolara.
Hello, mister.
Still there.
Nie ma. A wcześniej się uśmiechał, jak z nim gadaliśmy. Hej stary, masz dolara pożyczyć? Bezdomny?
Can I ask you a few questions?
I'll answer anything.
Well,
Just be sure.
O cholera.
it's Colin, a dissolved. It's shocking to see when I'm ashamed to admit that I'm afraid of catching it. But I'm glad there's a pane of glass between us right now. A box that used to hold Danish butter cookies. Probably the one mentioned. God forgive us, but there's no future for us without him, was written there. It's good old Rod, the person who's been taking care of me all this time. He's waiting for me to find the medicine for his son's disease. He promised to restore my identity if I do. It gives me the chills to think that he's putting Colin's life in my hands. Despite all they seem...
To mi w niczym nie pomoże.
Nothing but leaky roofs, good God.
Pewnie można to zapisywać. Znaczy, jeżeli chcecie zakupić sobie aktualnie tą grę i sami przegrać, to CD Action aktualnie rozdaje takie, znaczy jest do kupienia, dlatego posiadam tą grę. Też w sumie byłem zainteresowany dosyć nią. A może tak, nie wiem, schleję strażników? A wiecie co, zapiszę grę na chwilę, co nie? I powiem tylko o nim, o dziecku.
I don't mean to bother. Hey. You say that I can only pay you so
Well, sometimes what?
I just want to help a friend's kid, that's all.
Heartwarming. Really heartwarming. I got an idea. Why don't you bring your friend and his kid with you? We'd be happy to let all three of you leave.
Really?
Of course, Rat. We love target practice. I promise to give you guys a running start.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll give you a few yards start. That would make it more fun.
I get the impression I'm talking to two armed psychopaths. Unbelievable. Who put these guys in charge of guarding the camp? I'm afraid it doesn't seem like such a good idea to me anymore. But thanks for the suggestion. Let's talk about... Nice motorcycle.
It is, isn't it? It's ours. So get anywhere near it, and you'll end up against that wall.
You don't have the authority to touch it, or point at it, or even look at it.
Dare to touch it with your grubby hands, and you're a dead man. I guarantee it. Got it?
Okay, understood. But why are you calling me Rat? Who's in charge here?
Well, did you hear that? It looks like we have a new kid on the block. Let me ask you something. If you people living in this camp crawl around in garbage, build your houses out of garbage, and eat garbage, what else are we going to call you?
We're in charge here, the ones with the rifles. That's the
A
only
co jak ja będę
rule
miał
you
karabin?
need to know.
To ja będę teraz
See all
rządził?
those dark stains on the
To
wall
musimy zdobyć
next to
karabin,
the
to jest
barbed
to!
Yes, I see them.
They're the guts and brains of rats like you who forgot the golden rule. We call it the wall of shame. We're in charge here. That's pretty easy to grasp, isn't it?
Jaki wredne typy.
Sometimes one of you forgets. And that gives us some more motivation to make you better students. So, how's your memory?
My memory? That's funny. In another context, that would be an amusing question, but there's nothing amusing about these animals. My memory works well enough to remember who's in charge here. Don't worry.
You catch on fast, right? That's a good thing. Now get out of here.
I won't bother you anymore.
Get lost.
Może tak schlejemy strażnika, to... Stary!
I
Trzymaj!
don't think I'd gain anything by using it. A small military sentry box, so narrow that the soldier on duty can hardly turn around inside. Better not to see them drunk. Their violence could escalate to hazardous levels.
Nie, lepiej nie dotykać tego. O, mogę się tam dostać. Spoko, no to już wiemy, gdzie mogę się dostać jeszcze. Może tam znajdziemy dolara. O, cholera.
Hey, you filthy rat! Get out of my house! Do you hear me? Out!
Forgive me.
We've got nothing left for you to steal. Go back to your sewer, you filthy rat! Scram!
No, you've got it all wrong.
I haven't come to take anything. But wait a minute. I recognize you. Weren't you with the man they shot out there a while back?
Yes, my name is Misha, and that man is my husband.
But what happened? Why did they shoot your husband?
It's all your fault. All because of you camp rats. One of you reported him for harboring a dissolved. And those army pigs opened fire without even caring who they were aiming at, or how hard my husband had worked for them.
So the lady the cleanup brigades took away from this house was a dissolved.
That was my mother. I'm never gonna see her again.
Nakonfidował na swoją
Damn filthy
matkę.
rats. Are you satisfied? It was you people that brought death to this family.
Why is everything all over the floor? Were you robbed?
They left us nothing. Those envious rats took everything. They'd been hanging around waiting for days. It seems like those bums have a sixth sense about where a dissolved is being hidden. When they saw my husband injured and lying on the ground, they forced their way in and looted our house.
Bums? Envious rats? Who are you talking about exactly?
Them! All of them! Everyone living here in this camp envies us. They envy who we are, what we have, our privileges, our army contacts.
So they envy you because your husband is a mole. Is that right?
Don't call him that, you worm! He collaborates with the forces of law and order. That's his job.
Do you mean this collaboration with law enforcement wasn't turning in others of the dissolved one of your husband's duties?
Shut up! Shut up! You envy us too!
No nie wiem kto to jest.
You're just like the rest of the rats in this
Shut
camp.
up.
And what are the three of us gonna do when my husband's gone? We'll lose everything. The house, the money, our privileges.
How is your husband?
He's badly injured. One of the bullets went through his stomach. He's not gonna make it. He's really suffering. He's in excruciating pain. If we at least had some morphine to ease his pain.
You said the three of us. Is there someone else in the family?
We have 2 children, 2 small boys. And in this camp, envy eats away at everybody. Now we'll be outcasts. No one will help us when my husband is gone. Winter will come, our money will run out, and my children will starve. Those 2 brats wear me down with their antics. I have to chase after them all the time, but they're my children, and none of this is their fault.
What privileges are you going to lose?
As a collaborator, my husband always received special treatment from the army. More generous rations of food and water. A little money, clothes, a treat now and then for the kids. And now all of that's gonna end. We won't be able to leave the camp. When he dies, they'll take away his gate pass. We'll die locked up in here. Like you rats.
Did she say a gate pass? Listen, Misha, I can help you.
And just how are you gonna help us, rat?
There's something important I urgently need to get from the other side of the fence. While I'm out there, I could also get some morphine for your husband.
Morfina, czyli
I've heard that
moc.
things are better in the city. It shouldn't be too hard for me to find some, but first I need to get out of the camp.
Like I told you, my husband has a pass that gets him through the gate. I could lend it to you, but I don't trust you. I don't trust you or any other filthy rat in this camp. Beat it! Get out of here!
If I want to get my identity back, I need that drug for the dissolve. And to get it, I have to leave the camp. I have to do whatever it takes to gain this woman's trust. No matter how unpleasant I find her screams and insults. Listen to me. I'm not just another camp rat. I'm your friend. I want to be your friend. You told me you were worried about winter coming. Let me help you. I'll bring you food. Food for your children. Then will you trust me?
I don't know. Bring me the food first. First you bring me food for my children, and then we'll talk about that pass.
I'll do it.
O kuźwa. O nie, back to Auschwitz. Nie!
No. Here comes that sensation again. It's like floating in a dense liquid, while everything around me is transformed.
Flashbacki z Auschwitz.
Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind. I'm not gonna pick them up. I'm sure it took the kids a long time to collect all those rocks for their target practice. Besides, I bet my aim is worse than theirs. Hi, kids.
Hello, sir.
What are you up to?
We're doing target practice. We're going to be real good shots. Someday, we'll get those pigs who shot Dad.
How awful. These children must have seen the cleanup brigades shoot their father out there. Poor kids. And how is the target practice going?
Bad at the moment. We need a real target, or we'll never be able to hit those soldiers.
Yeah, we need a better target. Hey, quit talking to that rat. He's not one of us. You know what Mom and Dad say about the people in the camp. Leave my brother alone. Get lost, rat.
Yeah, you're not one of us. Get lost, rat.
Dzieci kreta.
Better not. Knowing what's inside that room, I have no interest in going in.
To Misza. Żona kreta. Chyba wiem, jak zacząć mogę im jedzenie. Ale to będzie mi kosztowało dobre whisky. Oj, to będzie mi kosztowało dobre whisky.
Greetings, pal. Are you proposing? What do you need?
I'm still interested in that box of food you offered me. I brought you this.
Let me see. It's a good brand of whiskey. But the bottle's been opened, and there's a lot missing. I'd take it, but I'd need something more.
I'm afraid I have nothing more that can interest you.
Too bad, pal. Come back with something more than just that bottle, and the food's yours. You know how it works. We accept everything. Cash, jewelry, liquor, cigarettes.
Bo ja wiedziałem, że to pójdzie zbyt łatwo.
Can I ask? Well,
Nie, nic nie wezmę.
I'm not gonna snuff out this oil lamp.
Myślałem, że lampę możemy wziąć. Wtedy byśmy oddali jeszcze lampę, a może by zaliczyli nam, ale nie. To ja nie wiem, co zrobić mogę. Ej, teraz serio nie wiem, co mogę zrobić, żeby mieć cokolwiek więcej, żeby móc im dać.
It's bolted from inside. A bunch of... I can't... Through the window is... It's the enormous fence around the perimeter of the camp, with surveillance from the towers and on the ground. This bar...
Też chyba będę powoli kończył. A, idę tam do tego domu.
Better not. Cars, this place...
What exact? Hey, Mike!
You don't...
Hey, where are you?
Let me into the van. I just want to talk to Rose for a few minutes.
Of course, it's none of our...
Shit, cholera. Chyba jedynym sposobem, by dostać się tam, to muszę zdobyć sakiewkę ich.
Maybe this leather saddlebag contains tools for motorcycle maintenance. Like a... Whew. Well, I'm sure I could drive it. I have no idea how these machines...
To dobra podpowiedź w sumie.
Nothing of interest. But wait a minute. Hello again.
They shot him! Those pigs shot my... And what are the three of us gonna do? Well...
The three of you. I've already talked to your two boys out there.
Those two brats wear me down with their antics. I have to chase after them all the time.
They're just children.
What do you know, you rat? I have to run after them all the time. Those kids don't give me a minute's peace. It's exhausting.
I should be... Give me that pass for getting out of the camp, and I'll get you some morphine for your husband.
I don't trust... First bring me food for my children.
Okay. Some of the drawers have been torn out. Now they're torn apart and spread out all over the room.
Nic. Nic. Nic, nic. Może tak wrócimy się do... nie wiem, co zrobić w sumie. Może pogadamy z łowcą.
Hello, Miss. I should be going... Okay. It's impossible. Dented, dirty, and in pretty bad shape. It's a thick cable but I can't see it very well from here. This bright light leaves no doubt about... There are some insects fluttering around it that end up getting scorched by the heat and dropping dead. Dozens of which would suggest that they can't contain anything. Tell me, what are they?
That's a good question. You know my real name is Hank. Now I'm the new...
A new...
Yeah, but when you go and
To się można przydać w sumie.
Thank you. Now we'll really be able to become the best shots in the camp.
So now you're saying this rat isn't a rat?
No, I'm not. My name is Michael.
Hello, Michael.
So tell me, why do you want to throw rocks at those soldiers?
We have to get revenge. We're big boys now. And that's what we gotta do. Those pigs shot our dad. We heard him screaming. He's hurt real bad.
Mom said we'll never see him again.
Musisz babę
Damn
pędzić.
pigs! My brother and I are gonna get them. All of them.
But when they were Dad's friends, you used to say you wanted to be a soldier when you grew up.
Shut up. That was before. I wish I could reach those watchtowers with my rocks.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
That's not a bad idea. Something tells me that a little commotion along the barbed wire fence would be a good thing for everyone. It's pretty late for kids like you. What are you doing out in the street at this hour?
Hey, we're not kids. We have to practice our marksmanship. Our mom gets real mad when we do it inside the house. It's not like we have anywhere else to go in this dump.
Nowhere else to go? So you don't go to school? Don't you have any friends from school?
There is no school. Not since the explosion.
Our mom says we don't need it anyway. We're big boys now, and someday we'll be very important people in the camp. Just like our dad. That's why we don't hang out with the other kids around here. Our parents say they're rats. Be a bad influence on us.
Yes, we're going to be brave and strong, like our dad. Right, Michael?
Of course you will. I have to get going. Keep practicing your marksmanship, boys.
No, tylko że...
I'm not... Besides...
Może nam bardziej zaufa teraz.
Hello again.
They shot. Well,
The three of you.
those two brats wear me.
They're
What do you?
Dobra, z nimi o tym gadałem.
I should be good. Give me that pass.
I don't. First, bring me.
Okay.
Może na konfidencję na nich?
I don't mean to bother you, but
Hey,
Nie.
I won't.
get
Get the horn! O nie, jestem jednym
The
zarażony.
barbed wire surround. It looks like.
Nie mam pomysłów już.
Better not. I have no.
Hello, Mike.
I have to get. It's an old wooden pallet that the kids painted a target on. Now it's something you can stack hands on. They seem like much more fun to use for target practice. One of the many sentry towers, so there's a sniper, armed to the teeth and itching to...
To może zmuśmy dzieciaki, żeby strzelały do snajpera. Tylko aktualnie...
Someone knocked over that enormous book and considering...
Tylko aktualnie nie mamy... Nie wiem zaraz co robić mniej więcej, bo chyba zrobiłem wszystko co już mogłem. Tak jakby. Może tutaj coś leży?
A quick glance at these tents is enough to make you confined against their will and...
Spoko. Może coś tutaj leży? Nie. Musiałem coś przegapić.
The ground and if you...
Tu już gadaliśmy.
There's nothing else in that...
Jasna cholera, nie mam pomysłu.
That's odd. The drum has a huge bullet hole. Everything indicates that it was being used for target.
A, jakie nie mam pomysłu, jest trochę za późno. Nie mam cholernie pomysłu, co mógłbym aktualnie w tej sytuacji zrobić. Jedynie co mi przychodzi do głowy to w sumie nic. Nie wiem, tam musieliśmy coś przegapić tutaj.
Cars, machinery, steel, cement. This place is a veritable cemetery. An enormous rusty tank. Everything indicates, at least on this... The wreck of an old ice cream truck. It looks like the enormous skeleton of a beached whale.
Ropek na YouTube, zobacz. Nie, o nie. Nie przechodzę tego na YouTubie. Chcę sobie sam to przejść. Ale myślę, że i tak już będę kończył na razie. Następny live będziemy sobie kontynuować przygody naszego Michaela. Liczę na to, że Michael znajdzie sposób, żeby znaleźć jakiekolwiek pieniądze. Szkoda, że nie może poprosić o to łowcę. Łowca może nie byłby zadowolony, ale chociażbyśmy go wpytali od razu, jak człowieka, czy masz pieniądze. Czyli musimy odstraszyć tę babskę jakoś.
If I get close enough, I can hear the mole through the door. He seems to be writhing in pain.
Don't even think about touching anything in this house, rat. Haven't you? You're just a lousy thief, like all the other cops.
No, wait, you're confused. I just wanted to clean up. I just want to help you.
Oh, yeah? Keep your hands off our things, you filthy rat.
No,
understand?
Of course. Whew. Hello again.
They shot. And what? Will.
I should be. Give me that.
I don't. First.
Okay.
Hello, Mike.
I need your help, boys.
How can we help you, Michael?
I have to get something from inside your house. It's something I need so that I can help your father. Understand? But your mother is very agitated, and I need you to give me a hand with her. It's a mission.
What do you want us to do, Michael?
I need you to get your mother out of the house for a few minutes. Just long enough for me to go in and get what I need. Do you think you can do that?
Of course, we're big boys.
I'll owe you. I promise to give you a reward.
Okay, let's do it. A mission.
Oh yeah. No właśnie, też mi o to chodziło.
Better not. I have no...
I już.
Oh, my head! What the hell's going on?
O nie, Auschwitz.
God, my head feels like it's gonna explode.
Michael, please, help us, help us. Please, remember, Beechwood Oracle.
Repent! It's the sun! Was it our fault? Did we do it?
Może po prostu ma flashbacki z przyszłości, z pamięci.
Please, enough!
Please, Michael, help us. Only you can do it. Remember, Beechwood Oracle.
God, what are these images? And that woman's voice. It's the same one that woke me up in the trailer. I'm trying to remember. Stop tormenting me.
I hope Rod helps me find
Flashback
some
z
answers.
Auschwitz.
If not, I'll go mad.
Co z tego, że jesteś...
Absolutely mad.
Adult użył rękawicy. Nie czuję się zbyt dobrze. Powinien jeszcze powiedzieć, nie czuję się zbyt dobrze. I powinien zacząć znikać powoli.
I'm not really... Cigarettes and liquor. But maybe now isn't the...
Greetings, pal. Are you... What do you need?
I'm still interested in that box of food. I brought you this pack of cigarettes.
Virginia tobacco. There's not much of this in the camp. That's a good start. But it's not enough. The pack's been open and several cigarettes are missing. I need something more.
Would a bottle of liquor do?
Fantastic. I think that's a fair price. I'll take both of them. Here you go, pal. The food package is all yours. Enjoy it in good health.
Here, this is what I promised you.
That's all the food you brought? This will barely feed us for 2 days.
I'm sorry, it's very complicated getting more in the camp. I only wanted to show you that you can trust me, that I can help you.
That's what all you rats in this trash heap say? But in the end, only thing you're interested in is taking advantage of my husband and me.
I've held up my part of the bargain. Isn't that proof enough? Listen, let me have that pass to get out of the camp. And I promise I'll come back with the morphine you need to ease your husband's suffering.
Ah, okay. But you better hurry. Here.
What's this? A bracelet?
It's like an ID badge. Wear it and the soldiers will recognize you. It won't just get you out of the camp. It'll also help you avoid all kinds of problems with the army once you reach the city. I'm not sure I'm doing the right thing by giving it to you. Just don't betray me, you rat. Bring me that morphine from my husband and I promise you, I'll give you lots of money in return. Much more money than you could earn in a lifetime in this shithole.
No, that's not necessary. We never said anything about money.
I have to know you're coming back. I don't trust any of you. And I know that money is the only thing that'll make you keep your word. All you camp rats are... Now get out of my sight and don't make me regret this. And don't come back without my husband. There'll be a fat wad of cash waiting for you.
Okay.
Go through that gate, and I'll blow your head off with one shot, rat.
Do you need to get a closer look at what I have on my wrist?
Wait a minute. Look, he's got on one of those ID bracelets the camp moles wear. Those cockroaches are very useful to us in here. Lower your gun and let him leave.
You heard him. Get out of here, rats.
Pa! Już aktualnie uciekliśmy. Nie.
So, I enter the city. It welcomes me with its most merciless and bitter grimace. What I see before my eyes is not what I expected. Doomsday made it here, too. Even if no one in the refugee camp knows it yet. Damn it. The city looks as bruised and battered by the catastrophe as the rest of us.
Bang! Akt drugi. Tylko, że akt drugi będę kontynuował na następnym live'ie. Teraz sobie jeszcze tu zapiszę grę na akt drugi, będę kontynuował sobie na następnym live'ie. Dowiemy się, czy Michael zdobędzie morfinę i lekarstwo dla tych. Na razie to tyle. Dziękuję serdecznie za oglądanie live'a. Elo, elo.